What up, peoples? Mr. Anomaly coming at you again. Another day with Mr. A. Happy A Day, y'all. Why you need to stop chasing your wife for sex. I just like hearing my talking points reaffirmed. It came across my feed. I gave it a listen. Guys, I'm really under the illusion. I'm not even gonna say illusion because it's a fact. Dudes out here are romantic. You can tell them till you're blue in the face, and the dudes, y'all are really just doubling down on this happily ever after, love and dove, romance forever, happily ever after, no problems whatsoever. Oh, I love you and I love you, and we're just gonna hold each other and just die in each other's arms. We're both gonna pass at the same time. It's like, bro, dudes out here lost in the sauce. This is another one. Y'all want some solutions? We giving you a solution. I just like hearing my points, talking points reaffirmed.
First point there about how we remedy this challenge, which is about self-expression, more self-expression. That's what I heard.
Not self-expression, introspection.
Introspection, getting to know ourselves.
Right? So it's very simple. So if you look at your idea of what it means to be a man, what percentage of that idea comes outside of you?
Yeah.
And what percentage of that idea comes from within you?
About 90% comes from outside of me.
And that's why 90% of people, we're 90% fucked.
I truly believe this is why most men are fucked, because again, most dudes are still on the external. I need a woman to complete me. I'm nothing without a woman. You are my everything. This is like I said, there's a method to my madness. This is why I get on this channel talking about having sex. I've been doing this for a long time. And again, dudes will project, they'll still keep projecting the double L's, the lust and the loneliness, thinking I think like them. But I tell you, it's liberated, man. But let me let this guy go in. I'm just going to add my 2 cents on it. Here we go.
Hey there, brother. This is Steve Horseman again with Good Guys to Great Men. Thanks again for watching today. I appreciate you showing up and tuning in. Today's video, I want to talk about the concept of chasing women, and even more specifically, not just chasing women, but the way us guys can get into a rut of chasing approval, chasing attention, chasing affection, chasing somebody to somehow confirm that we're good enough and that we belong and that we're valuable men. The chasing energy is an energy we learn as a young man. Chasing energy is us dying for the gold star in first grade, trying to win the spelling bee. That was me. I was always the good speller.
Again, the illusion of choice. This society has successfully cultivated this at a young age. Chasing. The man who does everything society expects of him. But he never sits back to ask himself why.
We learn as a young man. Chasing energy is us dying for the gold star in first grade, trying to win the spelling bee. That was me. I was always the good speller. Maybe that's why I like to write. I don't know. I was always chasing the compliment from my mother. You're a strong boy. You're such a gentleman. You're such a good boy. Look at those muscles. And then as I got older and started to discover women, I wanted them to like me. I wanted women to think I was good looking and think that I was smart and think that I could dance well, whatever. I was looking for approval. And this is nothing evil about this. It's just what we do as young men, but it's a chasing energy. We start getting programmed into ourselves this chasing, pursuing energy that the only place to find confirmation in our worthiness and our value is outside of ourselves, that we need a woman somehow to confirm that.
What percentage of you comes from the external and what percentage comes from the internal?
Of what percentage of that idea comes outside of you?
Yeah.
And what percentage of that idea comes from within you?
About 90% comes from outside of me.
And that's why 90% of people, we're 90% fucked.
I said before, I'll say it again, like I said in that Outwitting the Devil, 98% of people are in Satan's pocket. And in my opinion, it's all towards pussy is the core of it. The freaking woman trying to be accepted, the need for validation, the need to be wanted, the need to feel appreciated. That's why 90% are fucked. Again, I can say it to the cows till I'm blue in the face. Dudes are still gonna double down on romance.
Pursuing energy that the only place to find confirmation in our worthiness and our value is outside of ourselves, that we need a woman somehow to confirm that. So fast forward 20 or 30 years and you're in a relationship or a marriage with a woman, and all of a sudden you're hearing some of those things I talk about a lot. you know, I really, really love you. I'm not sure I'm in love with you. Or I'm not sure I can love you the way you want to be loved. That's a new one, right? I'm not sure
I can love you the way you want to be loved. You already know where this is going. It's all internal, baby. It's all internal.
things I talk about a lot. You know, I really, really love you. I'm not sure I'm in love with you. Or I'm not sure I can love you the way you want to be loved. That's a new one, right? I'm not sure I want to live the life that you want to live. And you start feeling all this doubt. So you start pursuing, you start chasing again, you start gripping on to find out what you can do to make this woman like you and make you feel good. Pursuing energy or chasing energy comes from neediness inside. And I know that can feel like an insult. It can feel like a slap in the face that we're being called needy little boys. And I don't mean to insult you. The truth is, I have a needy little boy inside me. He's about 13 years old, and most of you do too. And inside us is this little boy who doesn't forget, he never quite learned that his worthiness, his value as a man, his intellectual value, his social value, his sexual value, his spiritual value is inside him. He was born with it.
Dudes don't want to hear this, man. I'm going to keep doing it because, again, that's the whole core of my channel. Why you getting up here talking about having sex? This is why. I'm trying to get you guys to see this. Again, I can only show you the door. You have to walk through it. Like you said, 13-year-old boy. I've already told y'all what I did 11 years old. Street Fighter from Ryu. I said, I'm Ryu from Street Fighter at 11. Walked away from all that. Walked away from the validation. Walked away from the approval. I never gave a shit my whole goddamn life. The only time I was even remotely, even somewhat even doubting myself was when I was listening to these freaking Deontay Wilder simps out here, who the men who need the validation, gaslighting me. That's why I be going in on cats like this, man.
We need each other just like water. Just like plants need water. We need each other. We need that affection, that physical touch, that affirmation from each other. We need that confirmation, that feeling of you love me and I love you, and I ain't loving you. You don't have the same equal amount of love. We need that energy, being on the same frequency with each other. You feel me?
We need that. We need that. We need that. Trying to gaslight me and stuff. Again, you don't need that. You need the all. You need the connection with self. You need the connection with the universe. And again, I said before, I'll say it again. If you're really doing it right, you're not going to want nobody around anyway. Again, I'm giving y'all solutions. Y'all don't like the solution because you dudes are romantic. And I keep telling you, I said before, I'll say it again. You guys are dealing with women who are non-virgins. They've already had their bottoms knocked out. They've already had soul ties by men who don't radiate like that. They don't radiate like that, and then here your ass comes. They can tell that you that guy. That's why most of them don't. Dudes don't like this. Again, your answer is internal, bro. I'm gonna keep harping on it. My message has not changed since 2017. I've been talking like this again. That's why I just use myself as an example. Some of y'all are getting it, but some of y'all are still an uphill battle because you dudes out here romantic. Y'all watch too much goddamn television. Y'all want to be like this guy right here. This is y'all.
Need my wife. Mm-hmm. I need my wife. Mm-hmm. And I don't ever want that to be confused nowhere. Mm-hmm. So much of who I am is because of who my wife has been in my life.
That's why dudes be zeroing themselves out whenever they find Ted Bundy in their bed, whenever they or she leaves them, because you put your whole identity on something that's fickle.
Who you've been in my life. You have given me everything that I need to have the desire and the drive and all of that stuff developed in me to want to be able to become more.
I truly believe this is a lot of dudes. A lot of dudes want this. They want to feel. Again, the television program is strong. I can talk crap all I want to about women, but again, this is a lot of dudes out here, man, and it's sad.
Be more intentional, to give a little bit more effort, to show up better for myself and in the world, and all of that stuff. Mm-hmm. Like, you contributed to a lot of that, and I've learned that being with you. And that's how you've contributed to me being able to learn a lot of the lessons that I've learned as a man, as a husband, as a father. Mm-hmm. I've gotten a lot of that stuff just from us being together.
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh.
Like, I wouldn't have learned these things had you not been there. Mm-hmm. So I give you all that credit. Mm-hmm. Because you created a space for me to be able to learn that stuff and to grow in those ways.
Yes.
Like, that's what my wife does for me. That's what my spouse, my partner, my best friend, that's what she does for me. That's what you have done for me.
Oh my God, bro. I said before, I said, yeah, a lot of dudes want to, we need that. The dude up here giving y'all the cheat code, but dudes don't want to hear it, man.
from hanging around women. A man is in love, and most of you do too. And inside us is this little boy who doesn't forget, he never quite learned that his worthiness, his value as a man, his intellectual value, his social value, his sexual value, his spiritual value is inside him. He was born with it. He doesn't get that from hanging around women. He doesn't get it from women giving him kisses and hugs and sex. It doesn't come from that. It comes from within. And in men's work, so much of your realization that this game is not about chasing others for approval, it's chasing yourself. It's chasing yourself to hold yourself accountable, to be more independent, to understand your value, to declare what you mean to the world and who you are and what you believe.
You don't understand women. I understand this. It's about you. It's always been about you. But y'all want some easy romantic solution. There is no one size fits all, because even doing this, even learning to do this, it still doesn't guarantee she's going to stick around.
Is chasing self-reliance, not chasing women for their approval. And so this video is all about helping you remember that when you feel yourself feeling anxious or depressed or worried or upset or frustrated or confused in the hands of a woman or in the presence of a woman, it's not about her. She can't help you. As much as you want her to love you,
y'all want to be like this dude over here, my wife. I need my wife, man. There's a lot of guys. This is a lot of dudes out here chasing that freaking what they see on TV, bro.
You do, and value the things you do in the way that you think. She can't do that. She doesn't think exactly the same way. She doesn't think exactly in the same romantic, intimate, sensual, and sexual terms that you do. And you have to understand that your woman isn't designed to fulfill all of your intimate needs. You first need to feel like you are a full man before you start expecting other people to fill up your buckets. You have to learn how to fill up your bucket of significance.
I just like hearing my talking points reaffirmed. You got to be a separate, unique, whole individual. And I said before, I will say it again. Warning, warning, warning. If you're doing it right, you're not going to want nobody around. If you're truly doing it right, you're not going to want anybody around because you're going to enjoy your own company. But again, I know this ain't going to hit most dudes. I'm just putting it out there, let he receive. For those you think they don't be giving solutions, we're doing it again. This is a solution for you, but y'all don't like that because most dudes don't like themselves. Man's number one problem comes from his inability to sit quietly in a room with his own thoughts. Most dudes are chasing something that doesn't exist, a freaking illusion. And like he said, we live in a society that's told if we do A, B, and C, be a good little worker ant, we'll get unconditional love. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that.
Growth and contribution. That you know love is inside you and it's with your brothers and other men and friends and family. Intimacy can be had at any level. The conversations that I have with men on the pre-coaching calls, consultation calls, or during coaching are very, very intimate calls. We get very deep. We get very personal. We get very vulnerable. It gets pretty scary sometimes in there. And it's just two guys talking. It's some of the most intimate talk a guy will ever have. That type of intimacy can fill your bucket up just as much as making love to a woman. I know it doesn't feel as good, but what I'm trying to tell you is that intimacy is available to you everywhere. And once you start to learn that, you start to lose the pursuing, needy, chasing energy of thinking that your woman is the one and only place to get that. And the one thing I can tell you is that when a woman sees a man who has become self-reliant and he's filling his own buckets of affection and approval and appreciation, he knows he's good, he knows he's confident, he knows he's valuable, that's when women start to notice.
You can't fake this, by the way. You cannot fake this. You can't fake it. You got to mean it. It can't be a game, because if you're doing it in the energy of deception, that's her territory. Deception, lies, being sneaky, and all that shit, that's her territory. She can tell. This is why you're going to chase off a lot of women. I'm telling you right now, yeah, some will be intrigued, but a lot of them you're going to chase off, because when you start being true, you start being real, most of them aren't. So of course you're going to chase them off. They're too used to dealing with dudes who need them, who got to put up fronts, who got to tell them what they want to hear, who got to wear masks and download Babylonian customs. They're too used to dealing with that. No words need to be spoken. She can smell it on you.
And he's filling his own buckets of affection and approval and appreciation. He knows he's good. He knows he's confident. He knows he's valuable. That's when women start to notice. That's when they start to relax and they feel safe. They don't feel as pursued or pressured to be your everything. And so what I want to say in this video is, Think about that. Think about next time you feel depressed or anxious or confused or frustrated. It's probably coming from that 13-year-old little boy inside you, just like I have in me, who's wanting to pursue somebody to tell him he's okay. And I'm here to tell you that you're already okay. You were born okay. And today you're okay. And tomorrow you'll be okay too. So as soon as you lose the energy of neediness and you start coming at it from a different perspective, one that says, I'm already full, I'm already okay, I guarantee you that things around you will shift. Things at work will shift. Things in your business will shift. Things in your relationship shift. Even parenting relationships with your kids shift. And I'll be doing a video later about that, about some of the things that change when men do this work.
That's pretty much it. I mean, dudes don't want they don't want to hear this, man. Dudes want to be like my dude over here. I need my wife. I need that. I was reading some of the comments on his channel, and this is just some dudes out here are lost, man. Let me see. My wife lost interest. We tried everything, nothing worked. I started working out, going out with my buddies to the clubs without her. Suddenly, she became interested again. Interesting, eh? Saddest part is all I ever wanted is my wife. It's sad that we have to play these games. Another one says, it's not intercourse I seek to be wanted. Dudes out here lost, bro. I seek to be wanted. You gotta learn to love yourself first. You guys, even Tom Likas confirmed this is called the stink of death when you got this desperate and this neediness, man. You guys are dealing with non-virgin women who've already been imprinted. They can smell it on you a mile away. They can tell if you're the Ted Bundy that breaks her bottom or if you're just some lonely simp. They can smell it on you, bro. This is why this stuff is important. And the more you get needy, the more you get frustrated, the more you get lonely, the more you're going to repel them. I've been saying this for years. I'm going to keep doing it. Nothing's changed. Let me see. No, it says, unfortunately for many men, if they don't ask for it, that means that they'll never have it. I have buddies who told me that their wives had told them that they could care less if they ever had sex again. That just tells me you're a human wallet. She got you, man. That's all that is. She married a woman who just viewed you as a human wallet, and it is what it is, bro. Dudes, I mean, it sucks for a lot of guys. Let me see. There was another one. Let me see. I no longer ask. I still get no sex, but I keep my self-respect. Human wallet. I don't even bother about it anymore. I don't want her to think that she's doing me a favor. I wouldn't call it suicidal, but the horrible feeling of being rejected, unwanted, feeling ugly, and not enough is no way to live. It sucks so bad. The dude just literally gave you an answer. Dudes like wallowing in this self-pity. Nigga, I can tell you a couple of three things. So dudes will come on my page with this crap. What the hell do you want me to say? I'm ugly. I'm not good enough. I'll never be a part of a group that accept me as a member. But you want a woman to touching your winky? Never gonna happen. Never gonna happen, bro. Dudes do not like this answer. Your answer is internal. It's a horrible feeling being rejected, unwanted, feeling ugly, and not enough. Your answer is internal, bro. Dudes do not want to hear this, man. They want some woman to lift them up out of their freaking pit of despair and then chasing this idea. The romantic programming is strong with a lot of dudes, man. "26 years married and was still begging. Finally, I stopped, slept in a different bed, only communicate when it's needed, and leave to do whatever I want without letting her know. Divorced after 24 years of marriage, chasing and earning a living to please her. The best thing she did was divorce me. She got married 20 years later and she's still unhappy. My first marriage was that way, 7 to 10 years. I patiently waited, talked to her, went to therapy. Looked up and it had been 20 years have gone by, so I lost interest and decided to have a divorce. That was the best decision I ever made. Now I'm married again for a second time, no complaints, found my soulmate who was just as interested in sex as I am. I swear to God, bro. Dude did it again, bro. Did it again. Divorced after 24 years of marriage, chasing her and living. The best thing to do is divorce, man. I just read that. Yeah, man, that's pretty much the video. I just like hearing my talking points reaffirmed, man. Again, your answer is internal. Dudes don't want to hear this, man. And again, the more you chase, the more you hate yourself, the more you feel you're not enough, you're going to repel women even more. Like, that's why I use it up here, just use my face as an example. I'm just trying to help some guys out. Some of y'all are getting it. There's still some dudes out there that, what do they call that? Hopeless romantic. Yep. As a man, you must depend on yourself for your happiness by loving and accepting yourself as you. True greatness comes from within. Yes, sir. I got married 25 years ago to a woman who knew for 25 years. In 25 years, there are 27, nothing much is ever said of these occasions unless I say it. My wife reads the Bible every day, but has never shared a Bible verse with me. I think I'm tired of waiting, although there's no real reason to go. I'm 82 and she's 83. But when our house sells, I may go a different direction. I'm going to start praying about this. Hope I'm heard. Oh my gosh, bro. 25 years ago, bro. Look, I'm just reading these horror stories, man. What happens whenever you start like this, bro? Golly, you know what's disgusting when I think about it? Marriage counselors already know all this stuff. They won't tell you though. They'll keep the scam and pretending to help for years if you let them. Yeah, it's all a money scam. It's all a money scam. Yep. He's exactly correct. No one will ever give you the respect and appreciation like you can give yourself. Do a good job, stand back and appreciate yourself. Wish I'd never gotten married. It would have been easier to live alone. If your wife doesn't want to have sex, then look elsewhere. She's giving you permission. She doesn't care about if you cheat. Let's just kick her to the curb, man. My wife is too busy being angry about every little thing in the world. I get it elsewhere and I don't have to chase. I take care of her because she's the mother of my children. But at this point, that's the extent of it. It is, wow. I've been married 25 years and without committing a crime, feel like I'm in a cage or a prison, following the birth of my kids, sexless. Yeah, these are just Henry Wallace, sexless marriage ever since the discussion has always ended in she's going to try her best to have more intimate time together, but it never happens. I'm seriously thinking of getting divorced and finding a woman that loves me and shares the need for intimacy that I need. I'm just reading these horror stories, bro. Yep, I feel sorry for the guys. I'm on my second wife. The first was everything you guys are talking about and it sucked. Now, my second wife is 16 years younger than me. We started dating when she was 24. I was 40. I think that men belong with younger women. They appreciate us more and just want to be treated well. When I was young, I didn't know how to treat women. How to treat a woman is different now, and I treat her like the queen she is. Sex 3 to 4 times a week. She waits on me hand and foot. The house is clean, and she's a great mother to our daughter. Been together 18 years, and I thank God every day for her. I tell people I caught her at a low point because some can't believe I have such a beautiful woman inside and out. The right one is out there, fellas. Keep your eyes open. Keep yourself in shape, and the right one will come along. I mean, you know, to me that's romance. Again, just learn to be comfortable in that man in the mirror. I ain't really got much to add on this one. That's like hearing my talking points reaffirmed, bro. But again, man, you're seeing the dudes who don't love themselves are being used as human wallets and they're getting these sexless marriages. And it doesn't end well, bro. But hey, man, I just like hearing my talking points reaffirmed. The milk has been spilled. The die has been cast. All you can do is move accordingly. Survey says one more for the good guys. I'm out, good peoples. Laters.